So before we start, do you guys have a question so far up to this point or clarification? Question, guys, or clarification? Just let me know that you don't have a question, or if you have a question, so feel free to ask anytime. Hello guys, nandiyan ba kayo? Can you please understand me? May mga katanungan ho ba kayo? Or klarifikasyon?
Wala po.
Natulog yata ulit kayo eh. Alright, so anyway, so kayo bahala sa buhay nyo. So just watch this video again if you didn't get the idea of that certain topic. Anyway,
Yes.
okay, so moving on, we have here subset. So we have already discussed this one last meeting, and then supposedly this is a recap or a recall regarding with subset and proper subset, pero I forgot to remove the previous answers. Anyway, so again, in subset, we have set A is a subset of set B if and only if every element in A is also in B. So you can denote that one as something like this. A is a subset of B. So again, just take note that the symbol for subset is this one. Okay. So as you can see right here, we have set A, set B, C, D, E. Wherein set A is completely habit, and then A, B, I, T, B, I, P, I, T, and then T. Okay, so here are the possible answers. So B is a subset of A, since all of the elements of, oops, B is a subset, yeah. So all of the elements of B rather, can be found on set A. Okay, so the same with C. So all of the elements of C can be found on set A. All of the elements of D can be found on set A. All of the elements of E can be found on set A. Okay, that's why we have this one. B is a subset of A. C is a subset of A. D is a subset of A. And then E is a subset of A. And then lastly, A is a subset of itself, of course. Since all of the elements of itself is of course inside of itself. Okay, so next one is letter B. We have here A, B, I, T. Okay, this one is letter I. Just a correction. This one became maybe a capital letter I, but this one is letter I, small letter I. Okay, so B is a subset of A. B is a subset of B. Okay, or you can include here C is a subset of B. D is a subset of B. E is a subset of B. Okay. So as long as this subset or all of the elements of this subset can be found on the superset, which is the one that is on the right side, that is already a subset. Okay. So I'll give you guys a minute to understand a little bit more what is a subset, including this example C, B, and E. So as always, the subset is like the son, okay, and then the superset is like the father. Like all of the characteristics of the son can be found on the father set. Okay, so C is a subset of B, D is a subset of C, and then E is a subset of B. Okay, so your very hint here is as long as the all of the elements on the left side this can be found on the right side, that is already a subset. And then take note, this is the symbol for subset. Okay. So do you guys have a clarification so far? Or hindi nyo na gets? So just let me know. Did you guys get it or no? Is there anyone who wasn't able to get the
sir.
idea of subset? Hello, guys. Is there still someone who's listening to me? Or may ginagawa na?
Meron, sir.
Alright. So just give me your feedback. Okay? Kasi feeling ko, kapag walang sumasagot, wala na akong kausap. Okay? It's like nonsense. So parang, para saan pa na nagsasalita akong wala namang listener, di ba? So did you guys get it or no? Let me know. Since kayo may hirapan, okay, na-dictate ko na, nasabi ko na-discuss ko na, pero sa inyo hindi nyo pa pala naintindihan.
Sir, understood po.
Alright, so good for you, Miss Cario. How about the others?
Understood po, sir.
Okay po, sir.
Alright, so I hope na naintindihan nyo talaga. So again, hindi naman ako magagalit eh. Just let me know if there's a part of this topic that you didn't understand so we can always go back on that one, okay? So pwede naman natin balikan. Okay, we have a total of 4 hours. Ayoko lang mag-discuss ng, alam niyo na, mga 3 hours or consume natin yung 4 hours since napaka-boring nun. So mapapagod din kayo, mapapagod yung utak nyo. Kaya yung laging ginagawa ko is always 1 hour and actually a total of 4:30, parang 1 hour and 30 minutes. Kasi lagi ako naghihintay ng 10 minutes or 8 minutes bago tayo mag-start. So laging ganun yung discussion. So always 1 hour and 30 minutes. So minsan, sumasobra, nagiging 2 hours, pero mostly 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's why we only have part 1, part 2, and then part 3. Anyway, so moving on. So I hope naintindihan nyo talaga itong subset. Ano yan, Mr.
May, sir, para mas clarification po sa kanila, may neither examples po ba kayo ulit dyan?
Alright. I think wala na dito eh. Ang gusto nyo example? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na lang yan. And then we have set B. Where it contains 3, 4, 5. Oops. And then set C is equal to 5, 6, 7. And then D is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So can I say, dito ko na lang ilalagay para makita nyo, hindi ko na ipababa. So can I say that B is a subset? Copy ko lang to. B is a subset of set A. Itong highlighted na to, is this true or false?
True, sir.
True.
So this one is true. How about
Yes.
this one? C is a subset
False,
of A.
sir.
False.
So this one is
False,
false
sir.
because we cannot find the element 6 and 7 on our set A. So again,
7.
your very hint is all of the elements on the left side should be or can be found on the right side. Okay, wherein in here we can only find the element 5, but we cannot find the 6 and 7 on this set. Okay, how about this one? Is D a subset of A?
False, sir.
So this one is also false. So why? Yes, we can find the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in here, but we cannot find the elements 6 and 7. Okay. So the very main idea of a subset is all of the elements of that one or of that subset should be able to find on the other side or the superset. Okay, so from left to right. Okay, so ano pa ba ang pwede natin maging example? Let's say E is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. So is E a subset of A?
True, sir.
So yes, this one is true since all of the elements of set E can be found on set A. So again, from left to right. Alright, so meron bang kayong curious question na nag-wonder kayo kung subset ba to or hindi? Baka pwede tayo baka may maidagdag tayo. May gusto ba kayong idagdag as an example? Or did you guys get it so far na ganito lang pala kapag subset? And of course, A is a subset of itself, B is a subset of itself, and then C is a subset of itself, and then D is a subset of itself. So any subset or any subset is a subset of itself, actually. So kahit ano pa man yan, basta sarili niya, it is its own subset. Okay, kasi lahat naman ng elements dito sa left side can be found on the right side since parehas lang naman yung elements nilang dalawa. Okay, so again, just take note that this is the symbol for subset. Any other clarification so far?
Okay na po, sir. Thank you.
Alright, so may iba pa bang nako-confuse? Alright, so hindi ko alam kung narinig nyo ba yun or naintindihan nyo ba yun. Pero I hope yung mga hindi sumagot, wala na kayong katanungan. Meaning na gets nyo na. Okay, so may katanungan kayo, feel free to ask me anytime. Okay, so moving on is the proper subset. So in here, very similar with subset, but in proper subset, there's only one difference. Okay, so ito yung binaka-definition, let A and B sets. A is a proper subset of B if and only if every element of B is in B, but there is at least one element of B that is not in A. Okay, so what is the meaning of that one? So in other words, copy ko lang to. So again, this is the symbol of a proper subset. Oops. So correction. Nangyari doon, ba't di ko napalitan? So correction on this one, the symbol for proper subset is this one. Okay? Wala na siyang bar sa baba. Okay, dapat ganun lang. Okay, parang C lang, letter C. So correction dito, sa mga nandito ngayon, dapat ganito lang siya. Okay? So update ko na lang to mamaya and then re-upload ko na lang ulit din mamaya. Alright. Ang ko lang to. Oops. Nangyari. Ano ba? Alright, so I think hindi ko mapalabas yung symbol ng proper subset. So ang lumalabas is letter C. A is equal to C by. Hindi ko mapalabas. Anyway, is a proper subset. Ganito na lang gawin ko. Ayaw niya sa notepad. Alright. So, dito lang muna tayo mag-base. Galing ko lang to para less confusion. Okay. So, A is not a proper subset of A. B is not a proper subset of B. And then C and D is not a proper subset of itself. And then lastly is E. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-main difference ng subset natin sa proper subset. So, a set of itself cannot be a proper subset of itself. Kasi nga, there should be at least one that is not on the proper subset. Okay, like for example, okay, we have here B as the proper subset of A. So kung titignan nyo to, we have HAIT, and then yes, we can find that, or we can find all the elements of set B on set A, but there is at least one element on set A, okay, which is letter B, that cannot be found on set B. Okay? So hindi dapat sila equal. So in other words, dapat merong isang naiiba dun sa superset natin. Okay? Or dapat merong isa or dalawa or tatlo na hindi mahanap dun sa proper subset natin. So dapat mas marami yung elements ng superset natin kaysa sa proper subset. Okay? Hindi pwedeng parehas sila. So that is why in-indicate ko na dito, A is not a proper subset of itself. B is not a proper subset of itself. Kasi nga, parehas na parehas sila. Okay? Lahat ng elements ng B is nandun sa B. So, dapat merong isa na hindi mo mahanap sa sarili niya. Like this one. We have HAIT, but we cannot find B on the other side. So, the same with this one. C is a subset, a proper subset of A. So, we have, yes, HIT on set A, HIT. But we cannot find element A and element B on set C. Okay. The same with this one. E is a proper subset of A because we can find the element T on set A, but we cannot find the HA, BI elements on set E. Okay. So next one, we have here B is a proper subset of A. Oops, I think naulit. Yan, naulit lang siya dito. Okay, so pwede natin itong dagdagan ng iba. So C na lang dito. C is a proper subset of B. Kasi lahat ng elements ng C still can be found on set B, but there is at least one element which is letter A that cannot be found on set C. Okay? So again, in other words, dapat mas marami yung element ng superset natin kaysa sa proper subset. Unlike sa subset, pwede silang parehas. Okay? But in proper subset, dapat mas mataas yung count of elements ng superset natin kaysa sa proper subset. Okay? So, nagets nyo ba yung idea so far? So, ito lang yung pinagkaiba. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
lang, there should be at least one element that is not on the superset. Okay, so pwede nyo pagbisan yung mga next examples pa na hindi ko na-mention. Okay. Alright, so kanina pa ako sabi sa superset. Pag sinabi natin superset, yun yung father set. Okay, or yung pinaka-main set na pinagkukumpira natin. So, ito yung symbol ng superset natin. So, kabaliktaran siya ng subset. Okay. So, you could say here that a set containing all of the elements of another set. Okay. So, in here we have A is the superset of B, C, D, and E. Okay, kasi subset niya lang tong B, C, D, E. But take note, dapat ganito na yung symbol nyo. Para masabi natin, A is the superset of B, C, D, E. I think mas madali lang intindihin to. Okay, kasi dapat mas marami na of course yung superset or lahat ng mga subset niya is subset lang niya. Okay, dapat lahat ng elements ng subsets is nasa superset. Okay, so papansinin nyo, AIT is in our superset, BIT is in our superset, IT is in our superset, and so on and so forth. Okay? And also, ano pa ba? So, can I say that, so burahin ko lang to. Copy ko lang to. Oops, bakit ayaw ma-paste? Hindi niya rin makopy ulit. Ayan, pwede. Gawin natin tong B and then B. So, is B the superset of set D? Is this true or false?
True, sir.
True, sir.
So this one is true. So I think mas madalian na kayo dito since mas madali naman siyang intindihin talaga. So B is our superset, D is our subset. How about this one? E is the subset of a superset. E is the superset of, so yan na. E is the superset of D.
False, sir.
So this one is false now since hindi na natin mahanapan yung letter I sa superset natin. How about this one? D is the superset of E.
True, sir.
This one is true. So, pwede mo rin baliktarin wherein, oops, nakopya ko lahat. Anyway, you only need the symbol. So, E is the subset of D. Is this true or false?
True, sir.
This one is true. Okay. So, kabaliktaran lang mismo to ng subset natin, okay, which is a superset. Alright? So, be wary na lang kung ano yung gamit na symbol kasi yan yung mag-dictate kung ano ba talaga yung relation nila sa isa't isa. Okay, on how to compare those two sets. Alright. So, moving on, we have relation. Okay? So, bago lang natin umpisa itong relation. So, when I say relation, it is the kind of relation. Let's say sa tao, of course, marami tayong kinds of relation like friendship, a partner in life, like a girlfriend, boyfriend, a wife or husband, or even an enemy. So there's still a relationship or a relation between the two of you. So you're a mortal enemy with each other. So ano pa ba? Pwede rin nating sabihin strangers. Okay? So ang relation nyo is wala kasi nga hindi kayo magkakilala, strangers. Okay, that is still a type of relation. So in here, which is kind of similar with in real life, so we have a relation of this set to this set. Okay, ano yung mga yon? Yung na-mention natin kanina mga types of set. Okay, like subset, proper subset, and then superset. So yun yung mga relation na basics na alam natin sa ngayon. Okay? Pero meron pa tayong malalaman mamaya kung ano ba yung mga iba pang relation. Okay? So, when we say relation, there is a certain condition. Okay? So, let's start. So, let A and B sets, B sets. So, a relation R from A to B is a subset of A times B. So, given an ordered pair XY in A times B, X is related to Y by R. So written, X is related to Y. If and only if XY is in relation. So the set A is called the domain, and then the set B is the codomain. Okay? So we could say that this ordered pair is in relation if if we were able to meet the condition. Okay? So later on, we will discuss more on conditions. So the notation for a relation R may be written symbolically as follows. So X or Y, or X is related to Y means that XY is in relation or an element of relation. Okay, so ito yung symbol ng relation natin. So pagbabasahin nyo to, in notation, so X is related to Y. Okay, so that's how you read this one. So meaning, this ordered pair or those two elements is in relation or an element of relation. The notation X is not RY. So supposedly, etong R na to is may bar na sa may bar na sa taas. So R and then may bar sa taas or comma. Pero hindi ko kasi siya mahanapan sa PowerPoint or equation or mga symbols dito sa PowerPoint. So ang ginawa ko is nilagay ko na lang manually, okay, which is the word not. So the notation X is not related to Y, meaning that X is not related to Y by R. So X is not related to Y means that this relation or these elements are not related with each other, okay, or not an element of R. So I think very straightforward naman. So just take note that this one is a symbol for relation, meaning they are related with each other. And then we have here is not related to y, meaning that this element is not related to this element. Okay? So para masabi natin they are in relation, again, we have or we're setting a certain condition, okay, wherein we follow that condition for us to be able to say that yes, they are in relation in this way. Okay, so moving on, we have here an example, a relation as a subset. So we have set A contains an element of 1, 2, set B contains an element of 1, 2, 3, and define a relation R from A to B as follows. So take note, this is one of the keywords that we use, from A to B. So meaning our A is the X or the domain, and then B is the codomain. Okay, so this is our X-axis and then this is our Y-axis, or this is our first, ano ba tawag dito? First ordered pair, okay? And then the second, and the first, ano tawag na naman doon? First element on ordered pair, okay? And then B is the second element on the ordered pair. So that's their arrangement, AB, okay? Pag binaligtad nyo yan, which is BA, hindi na siya the same, okay? So iba na yon, ibang usapan na naman yon. So take note, from A to B, okay, which is ang arrangement niya is AB or XY. Okay, so given any ordered pair XY is an element of A times B. Okay, so kapag minultiply mo tong dalawa, dapat mauuna yung A, susunod yung B, which is yung A natin is the X, and then B is the Y. Okay, so here's the condition. So hindi na siya hindi na siya basta-basta subset lang, hindi na siya basta-basta superset or proper subset. So in here, gagamit na tayo ng mathematical equation. So we could see that xy is in relation, means that x minus y divided by 2 is an integer or equal to an integer. Okay, so we could see that this relation is a working relation or a true relation if the outcome is an integer, if you follow this condition, x minus y divided by 2. Okay, so here are the questions. So for letter A, state explicitly which ordered pairs are in A times B and which are in R. So the first thing that you guys need to do is indicate or list all the possible ordered pairs. So naturo ko na to last meeting kung paano kuhanin yung lahat ng ordered pairs using a Cartesian product. So AB or A cross B is equal to, so in here we could say that there's a total of 6 ordered pairs. So paano ka nakuha ulit yon? So just multiply the count of elements of this one. So as you can see, we have 2 elements and then 3 elements. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. So here we have a total of 6 ordered pairs. So pag nalista nyo na yung lahat, i-compare natin mamaya kung if this ordered pair is in relation with each other. So for the first one, so we have 1, 1. So minultiply ko lang 1, 1, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 3, and then 2, 1. Baba ko lang. 2, 1, 2, 2, and then 2, 3. So para lang kayo nag-distribute ng numbers sa loob ng isang parenthesis. Okay, so ito na yung mga lahat. Ito na yung lahat ng possible ordered pairs. Okay? So now, ang gagawin na lang natin is isa-substitute natin itong mga values na to dito sa condition natin or sa equation natin. So take note, our A is our X or the domain, and then B is our Y or the codomain. Okay? So start natin sa 1, 1. Okay? So 1 minus 1 divided by 2 is ilan? 1 minus 1
0.5,
is
sir.
0 divided by 2. Ano?
0, sir.
0. Okay? How about the next one? 1, 2. 1 minus 2 divided by 2.
0.
-2.
Ha?
Negative
Negative
2.
1 half.
2. Ay, 1/2. Char.
So 1 minus is negative 1 divided by 2. So negative 1 half. So ang una nyong gawing i-calculate is yung nandito. So sorry, hindi nyo masyadong makita kasi nga gamit natin snowpad. Pero dapat dito muna. Ay nasa taas muna. Yung numerator bago yung denominator. So how about this one? 1 minus 3 divided by 2.
-1.
Negative 1. Okay? So 1 minus 3 is negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Okay? So malapit na tayo. 2 minus 1. 2
1/2.
minus 1. 1 divided by 2. 1 half. How about 2, 2? 2, 2. 2 minus 2.
0.
0.
This one is 0. So it's correct. How about 2 minus 3?
Negative 1/2.
1/2.
Okay.
Ewan.
So after nyo makuha lahat ng mga possible answers, let's say 0, 1, negative 1 half, negative 1, and so on and so forth. So now let's move on to the next condition. Okay, so after natin i-calculate dito sa equation na to, so the result should be an integer for us to be able to say that they are in relation. Okay, so is 0 an integer?
Yes.
2. Is negative 1 half an integer?
Yes.
Huh?
False.
False. What is the meaning or what is definition of integer again?
Whole numbers.
Full numbers.
It should
Can
be
be
whole
negative.
number, okay? So pwedeng negative, pwedeng 0, or pwedeng positive.
Positive.
Okay?
Tapos negative 1 or positive.
Negative 1, is this an integer?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
What about 1 half? Positive 1 half.
False.
Okay, how about 0?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. True.
True. Okay, and then lastly, negative 1 half.
False.
This is false. Okay? So from here, pwede nyo nang tanggalin. Okay? Pwede nyo nang tanggalin yung mga false natin kasi hindi naman sila o hindi nila meet yung condition ng relation natin. So we only have 3 ordered pairs which is the 1, 1. Okay? So ito 1, 1 and then 1, 3 and then 2, 2. Okay? So we only have 3 ordered pairs. So you can say here that 1, 1, 1, 3, and then 2, 2 are the ordered pairs that is in relation. Okay? So that is our answer in letter A. So how about letter B? So just a matter of, identifying whether this one is in relation with each other or no. So is 1 related to 3? Itong 1, 3 natin.
Yes, sir.
So letter B na to. So this one is true kasi nga, yun, identify natin siya as an integer. How about the second one? 2
False.
is 2 in relation
No.
to 3. So this
No.
one is false.
False.
Kasi nga sa 2, 3
False.
natin, it is false. How about sa 2R2? Or is 2 in relation with 2?
True, sir.
So this one is 2. Since in our case, kanina na-compute natin siya as true. Okay, it is an integer. All right, so letter C. What are the domain and codomain of R?
One, two. Tapos 1, 2, 3. Tama.
1,
Yung 1, 2 po yung domain. Tapos yung B, yung 1, 2, 3 yung codomain.
yes. So actually parang bonus na to. So hindi ko alam kung bakit nandito to. Initially, our domain is our letter A. Okay? And then our codomain is letter B. So just list here, domains are 1 and 2. And then codomains. So yung codomain natin is same with range kung nagtataka kayo. Okay, parehas lang yun. The codomains or range.
Out.
1, 2, and
Out.
bakit? Okay? So, ganun kung paano sagutan tong relation, okay? So, we have to follow a certain condition for us to be able to see that they are in relation or that ordered pair is in relation. So, domains are